You know, have you ever really wondered what's really up there? Well, you may find this, and maybe even this, but what the hell is. Alright, what the hell is this? I mean, it's black. Look like a hole. Shoot, it's a black hole. So it all starts with the big cloud of gas. Not that, but this. Let everything collapse in on itself due to gravity, then you have a protostar. A bit more gravity, then it goes into a T-Tauri phase. And if there's a lot of gas, and just a bit of luck, then you get a red supergiant. Just like in the name, its radius is about 62 million miles in diameter. And if you wait, more than that. Alright, more than that. Alright, a little more than that. Okay, that's good. Then you get a supernova, aka stars dying. Then, if the remnant core of the star has enough mass, it could then collapse into a... Yeah, pretty scary, right? Anyway, these things have so much gravity that even light can't escape, hence why it's pitch black. It also is so gravitationally strong that light bends around it when photons get too close, which is why the accretion disk of a black hole seems to go on the top and on the bottom, but it really is just the backside. So, as said before, black holes are pretty strong. To be exact, if there was a black hole that had the same gravitational pull as the Earth, it would be less than an inch in diameter. So let's say you decide to go into one. Although a pretty stupid idea, some interesting things would happen. As you were getting close to it, you would still see the normal space around you. But once you go past the event horizon of the black hole, which is the outermost layer of it, you then have absolutely no way of getting out. Which is why the event horizon is also called the point of no return. So let's say that someone far away was watching you get sucked into the black hole. As you, the person getting sucked, gets closer and closer to the event horizon, the smart person at a safe distance would see you, but it would seem like you were not moving, almost as if you were stuck in time. Oh yeah, remember when I used those red arrows to describe gravity? Well, gravity really isn't a traditional force compared to when you punch something. Gravity is the actual bending of space, which makes planets attracted to stars, because they're in that funnel-looking space-bending shape. The reason why that's important is because if you go past the event horizon, the funnel shape is so unbelievably steep that the gravity at your legs is different from the gravity at your head. So your lower part of your body will experience a lot more gravity, which will stretch you, which is called spaghettification. So we talked about when people go into a black hole. Now what happens when a black hole comes in contact with planets, stars, maybe other black holes? To be honest, it's pretty common for a black hole to suck in other cosmic bodies. This is probably because when they do form, they are most likely in the middle of a galaxy or in population-dense areas. If something like a planet comes in contact with the black hole, it gets violently ripped apart and eaten. But on the most uncommon occasions, when a black hole swallows a planet, it can have a moon if it's far enough from the event horizon. When a star gets pulled in, it's different. Yes, it still does get torn apart, but if the star is on a collision course that isn't heading straight towards the black hole, some of the star's gas will be left in orbit, which in return will form an accretion disk. Now, what happens when two black holes come in contact with each other? I mean, it's pretty simple. They just form to make a bigger one. That's what happens when there's nothing else around. Let's put a planet close to it and see what happens. The reason why that planet just got destroyed was because when the two black holes collided, they released a bunch of gravitational shockwaves throughout space that can destroy anything in its path. With a bit of research, I've came to the conclusion that even though these shockwaves lose power when they travel through space, they're able to cover the entire observable universe. Alright, hold up, I don't think that's right. But nonetheless, these things are powerful, said to be the most deadliest explosions in the known universe.